All right. Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to Yahweh,
Our
Bahashem, Mosai, Bahashem, Makafudat. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to Allah Akib that is doing the work in sincerity and charity with humiliation all across the four winds. To you, I salute. All right. Today we're gonna go into a quick lesson. You know, going into how Adam spake and wrote Hebrews. All right. Now the reason why I want to go into this lesson because yesterday at camp, we had this bug out, this atheist, he was going in and saying how man started to write um in 932 BC, which I don't think Jake understand what he's saying, so we just gonna go in and prove to you and show you, you understand, that Adam actually wrote the Hebrews. But before we get into that, before we prove that point, I want to prove to you first that he spake Hebrews. All right.
God.
So with that being said, let's go to the book of Genesis, chapter 3. Let's start at verse 6. We're going to read from 6 straight on down to 13.
God. Genesis chapter 3, verse 6. When the woman saw that the tree was good for food, and that it was pleasant to the eyes, and a tree to be desired to make one wise, she took of the fruit thereof, and did eat, and gave also unto her husband with her, and he did eat. And the eyes of them both were open, and they knew that they were naked, and they sewed fig leaves together, and made themselves aprons. And they heard the voice of Yahweh power walking in the garden in the cool of the day. And Adam and his wife hid themselves from the presence of Yahweh power amongst the trees of the garden. And Yahweh power called unto Adam and said unto him, Where art thou?
God,
And he,
okay, you're right. It says, Yahweh power called unto Adam and said unto him, Where art thou? So we're going to see here now that this is a conversation.
Where,
So obviously, he wasn't using no sign language or nothing like that. You understand? He was speaking to him, all
God,
right. And what you'll see that through him speaking to him, he was speaking to him in a language. Now,
God,
what was that language? You see? But
God,
let's read on, and we're gonna read the conversation that Adam, Eve, and the Mosai had. Obviously, this conversation had to be in a language.
God.
Okay?
Verse 10. And he said, I heard thy voice in the garden, and I was afraid, because I was naked, and I hid myself. And he said, Who told thee that thou was naked? Hast thou eaten of the tree whereof I commanded thee that thou shouldest not eat? And the man said, The woman whom thou gavest to me, Salat, and the woman whom thou gavest to be with me, she gave me of the tree, and I did eat. And Yahweh said unto the woman, What is this that thou hast done? And the woman said, The serpent beguiled me, and I did eat.
Right. So we see here that this is a conversation that Adam, the Most High Yahweh, and Eve had. You understand? Obviously, he understood him. All right, because if we could jump here to the book of chapter 2 and 17, it says, Genesis chapter 2 and 17, it says, but of the tree of knowledge of good and evil, thou shalt not eat of it, for in the day thou eatest thereof, thou shalt surely die. All right, and this is the Lord here visiting Adam when he would have eaten that fruit. You understand? Which is going into the knowledge of wickedness. Okay, so clearly we see that Adam understood the Most High. All
Good.
right, it was talking back and forth. We see
Right.
that Eve understood what the Most High was saying. But again, this was said in a language. Okay, so let's go ahead and prove this language. But to prove this, what I'm going to show you is that, or what I'm going to say is that Adam is also Yahweh. If you could receive that. Okay, so let's go ahead and prove that first, and then we're gonna prove that he speak the Hebrews. All right. So with that, we're gonna jump now to the book of Luke, chapter 3, 38. Luke, chapter 3, verse 38.
Right.
Let's make this plain.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 3 and 38. Which was the son of Enos? Which was the son of Seth? Which was the son of Adam? Which was the son of the Most High?
So Adam is who? The son of God, and the son of God is who? Yahweh.
Good.
All right. Let's back that up. First Corinthians 15:45. All right. That's giving you some examples. All right, to make it plain.
Good. This is First Corinthians chapter 15 and 45. And so it was written, the first man, Adam, was made a living soul. The last man, Salak, the last Adam, was made a quickening spirit.
Right. Again, Adam is Yahushua. You see that? So now you see where this is going.
Good.
All right. So Adam and the Most High had a conversation which we just read. All right. Adam is Yahushua. Now let's go and find out now what language, okay, was that conversation in. So for that, let's jump to the book of Acts, chapter 21 and verse 40.
Good.
Okay. Acts 21, 40.
All right. This is the book of Acts, chapter 21, and verse 40. And he, and when he had given him license, Paul stood on the stairs and beckoned with the hand of the people. And when there was made a great silence, he spoke unto them in the Hebrew tongue,
Right.
saying,
Right. So this is Paul speaking to the Israelites, all right, in the Hebrew tongue. So Paul, from this point on, Paul is speaking in what language? In the Hebrew language,
right?
all right. So now let's read on. Let's jump to chapter 22 and the first two verses,
And
right?
Acts 22 and 1. Men, brethren, and fathers, hear ye my defense which I make no make which I make now unto you. And when they heard that he spake in the Hebrew tongue to them, they kept the more silent. And he said,
Right. So now again, this is further proof that Paul is speaking in the Hebrew tongue, all right. Now let's jump down to verse 6. Let's read from verse 6 straight on down to verse 8.
God, Acts 22 and 6. And it came to pass that as I made my journey and was come nigh unto Damascus about noon, suddenly there shone from heaven a great light round about me. And I fell unto the ground and heard a voice saying unto me, Saul, Saul, why persecutest thou me? And I answered, who art thou, Lord? And he said unto me, I am Yahushua of Nazareth, whom thou persecutest.
Right, I am Yahweh of Nazareth, whom thou persecuted. Okay, and we just read that the son of Adam, which was the son of God. Okay, and then we also read the first man, Adam, was made a living soul, and the last Adam was made a quickening spirit, which is who? Yahweh. All right, so Paul is giving an account what was happening to him when he was being converted. All right, and how the light pretty much blind him. All right. And he heard a voice speaking to him. And again, this is in the Hebrew tongue. Okay,
Gone.
so we see here, all right, that the conversation going back to Adam in the book of Genesis with Adam and the Most High, the language which was being spoken was in the Hebrew language. All right, the Lashiwan Kodash.
Gone, which is the pure and holy tongue.
That's it. All right, this is the language what the angels speak. All right, even Yahweh Shai, the chief angel. You understand? All right. So let's just get a quick precept to back this up to show you Yahweh Shai spake the Hebrews. All right, I was speaking the Hebrews. So that's the book of Matthew 27:46.
Gone.
All right.
This is the book of Matthew 27 and 46. And about the ninth hour, Yahushua cried with a loud voice, saying, Eli, Eli, lama sabachthani. That is to say, my God, why hast thou forsaken me?
Right. And keep in mind this is Adam, which is the Son of God, speaking in the Hebrew language. You understand? So we see here again further proving the conversation that Adam and the Most High and Eve was in the Hebrew language. Now, we had an atheist came up, and said what man didn't start writing until 932 BC. That's a whole heap of shit. You understand? Because if we see here that the Most High and Adam had a conversation, and if they was speaking in the Hebrew tongue, obviously he could have written it.
Gone.
So, so what he talking about?
Yeah,
You understand?
yeah.
All right. So let's just go and prove now that if he could not only speak the Hebrew tongue, that he can also write it as well. Let's go ahead and prove that. Let's get the book of Daniel, chapter 5, and pick it up at verse 24.
Gone. This is Daniel 5 and 24. Okay. Then was the part of the hand sent from him, and this writing was written, and this is the writing that was written many tekel of since, many tekel of since. This
Right?
is the interpretation of the thing. Meaning, God had numbered the kingdom and finished it. Tekel, thou art weighed in the balance and art found wanting. Whereas thy kingdom is divided and given to the Medes and Persians.
Right. And this is the writing on the wall. Who wrote the writing on the wall? The angel. So not only if he could write it, if he could speak it, he also could write it.
Right?
All right, and as you can see, this is from the beginning. You understand?
Yeah.
All right. Dealing with Jake out there, Jake flicking bug out and Jake damn lost. You know,
Right.
man started writing in 932 BC. Well, he fooled, but you know. All right, and this here playing is day.
Jake Simple.
Okay, he's simple. All right. Now, let's get an earlier conversation with Adam again and the Most High. All right, where he bring all the living creatures before Adam. All right, and Adam gave them a name. Let's go to now Genesis chapter 2, and pick it up at 19, verse 19.
God. This is Genesis 2:19. And out from the ground, Yahweh power formed every beast of the field and every fowl of the air, and brought them unto Adam to see what he would call them. And Adam called every whatsoever Adam called every living creature, that was the name thereof.
Right, great.
And Adam gave names to all cattle, and to the fowls of the air, and to every beast of the field. But Adam there was not found and help meet for him.
Right. Okay, so we see clearly that Adam gave all the animals names. All right. It says, and out of the ground the Lord Yahweh formed every beast of the field and every fowl of the air and brought them unto Adam to see what he would call them. And whatsoever Adam called every living creature, that was the name thereof. You understand? So not only did he call them by names, he also wrote it down,
God,
or which is in the form of what we call the Paleo Hebrew. You
God,
understand? So Jake lost. So for someone to believe that man started writing um in 932 BC, that's going off. All right, because I think it's Sirach chapter 17. Yeah, that's the book of Sirach chapter 17. I think you could take it from the top. All right, check the drum and bud. Shalom, shalom, Yabashim Yashai Bashim Makakudash Baraka Tam Akim. Shalom. All right, because God gave man. All right. Uh, as a matter of fact, yeah, just get Sirach 17, take it to the top. I think it's verse 5. What is this?
God, God. This is Sirach chapter 17, starting at the top. The Lord created man of the earth and turned him into it again. He gave them few days and a short time, and power was also given to things therein. He endowed, he endowed them with strength by himself, and made them according to his image, and put the fear of man upon all flesh, and gave him dominion over beasts and fowl. They received the use of the five operations of Yahweh, and in the sixth place he imparted them understanding, and in the seventh speech, an interpreter of
Right.
the
The lock here, right? It says in the seventh speech. You see that? Okay. So Adam would speak in Hebrews, right? Read that part
God,
again in the seventh speech.
God, and in the seventh speech, an interpreter of cog,
Cognitive,
cogitation
right, of
thereof.
mind or the thoughts.
God,
All right. So again, just for to prove that he speaks the Hebrews and he also writes it down.
right,
You see what I'm saying? So
right.
again, for Jake to say some dumb shit like that, he lost, man.
All right.
For someone to say he's an atheist,
You know,
boy, tell you what.
yeah. Hey, and two, right? The scriptures say here, and in the sixth place, he imparted them understanding. You see that? So Adam knew and understand what he was doing, what he was saying, and what he's writing.
Done. That's it. You know. Yeah, man. All right, that's it on that.
You want me to read on down the 47?
Yeah, read.
All right. 46 say, counsel and a tongue and eyes, ears, and a heart gave he them to understand.
That's it. Right.
With all, with all, he filled them with the knowledge of understanding and showed them good and evil.
That's it. Done. All right. Well, the point being here is what in the sixth or the seventh speech. All
Okay?
right. So yeah, man. Adam spoke the Hebrew and he wrote it down.
That's it.
Right. Yeah. So that's pretty much it. So yeah,
God.
man. You got anything else you want to add?
No man, I ain't got nothing else.
All right. All right. So with that, Lord willing, we hope that this lesson was edifying. And I want to give all praises, to Yahweh Shem Yoshai, Shem for giving us the spirit to be with you.
God.
Shalom. Shalom.
Shalom, shalom.